Hi, I'm Todd Wente, and this is the Daily 180 180 seconds of motivation and inspiration intended to help you take action and make progress in your life. This is episode 645 of the Daily 180, and today, continuing our series on Tribe of Mentors, I want to read one last quote from Neil Strauss. I think it's Neil Strauss. Um, Oh, and look at that. I turned foot too far. Yeah, Neil Strauss. There we go. One last quote from Neil Strauss, and it's one that it hits me very closely and very personally right now. What he says is, and the question was, what when you feel overwhelmed or unfocused, what do you do? And he says, overwhelmed is about mentally managing what's coming from the outside. Unfocused is about mentally managing what's going on inside. And he says, in both cases, when you are overwhelmed, he says, I like to think about it as being like a computer, and that when the computer's RAM is full, it can't do anything else. Computer strategies and computer metaphors have been with us in thinking for a long time. His solution then is shut it down, give the RAM a chance to clear, and then come back a little bit later. I'm not sure that I necessarily buy 100% the computer analogy, because when you're working with RAM, it's coming in, it's going out. When you're working with ROM, it's there and it sits. I mean, there are some inelegant aspects to this particular idea, but I do recognize the wisdom in the idea that when your processing powers are maxed out, when you have nothing left, you have to find a way to shut them down and to give yourself room to clear them out so that you can do something else. I've watched this in my own life over the last 2 years as I've been going through some significant challenges with my mental health, and as I've dealt with significant challenges in my profession and my career, doing other kinds of things, both goods and bads. And one of the things that's really interesting to me is that sometimes I can be overwhelmed even when things are going good. It just becomes a challenge on lots of levels. And so, this idea of taking a break, giving yourself the opportunity to calm down, to calm things down, getting away from things, goes along a little bit with what we talked about in the last one in 644. The idea of do something physical, because if it's good for your body, it's probably going to be good for your mind. So I guess those ideas kind of go together. When you're overwhelmed with things coming from the outside or from things that are bubbling up on the inside, find a way to take a break. One of the ways that I do that, I have a mantra, and I connect my index finger and my thumb, and I say my mantra: calm, centered, confident, until nothing else is there except the feeling of being calm, being centered, and being confident that I can move forward. Find something. And that's my takeaway for today. That's my call to action: is find some way that when you feel yourself today becoming overwhelmed, that you can pull yourself away long enough to clear the RAM and restore your focusing power. I'm a little over, so I'm going to say really quickly, share this video with people who you think can need it. Hit the button to subscribe. Hit the bell to be reminded. As I always say, this has been the Daily 180. My name is Todd Wente. Nulum diem. We'll see you next time.